Hi, I'm Chelsea Husum, your host of the Lip Service and Lashes podcast. I'm an entrepreneur, author, speaker, and mom of two. And I'm so tired of women not feeling like they can show up as fully expressed versions of themselves. So here, we're all about that unapologetically, because honestly, we don't have time not to. Literally, because we're busy as F moms and entrepreneurs, but also figuratively, because we don't know how much time we have on this planet, and we want to make an impact now. But if we're doing this, we're making it real vibes only. So let's get inspired, laugh our asses off, quite possibly cry, and feel like you're sitting on the couch with your bestie and a glass of wine. I'm so happy you're here. Let's dive in. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Lip Service and Lashes podcast. I'm your host, Chelsea Husum. Today, if you're watching on Spotify or YouTube, I'm coming to you live from my bed in my hotel room. This is not the first time that I have done this, nor will it be the last. I'm going to tell you that right now. But I am currently on I'm on my birthday gift to myself. When I'm thinking about like, what would I want to gift myself? What's like the one thing my soul really wants and or needs? I don't really like, quote, need any items, right? So lately my vibe is I want to book myself a nice hotel room, like at a cozy, vibey spot. And also maybe this time I did a facial, and honestly, it was like the best facial of my life. I've probably had less than 10 facials in my entire life. I'm not that fancy, guys. Like, I'm trying to be, but I'm not yet. But, oh my God, it was so amazing. And then I hung out at the spa yesterday, and then I hung out at the pool, and it's like, I only got to hang out at the pool about 20 minutes, and then the big thunderstorm came in. And they kicked us out. But whatever, I was reading my book and it was great. Had this beautiful view of the Garden of the Gods in Colorado. If you've ever been there, it's freaking amazing. So that is literally what I'm doing, and that's why I'm coming to you from my hotel bed. And I have to say, like, I've walked around. There was a deer following me, which is I think I've mentioned this before, but like, animals are my vibe. Like, if animals are like close to me, I just feel like it's just a sign, and that's like life's going well. And it's just like a sign, like, you got this, girl. So there was this I thought it was like a bird, and I kept hearing this weird noise, and then I turned around and there's deer had been following me. So that was cool. And then I went and had dinner last night at the bar by myself, and I talked to like these older couples, and they were so sweet, and there was live music. I don't know what's going on with my voice today. I sound like this raspy voice. But there was live music, this woman playing guitar and singing, and I was just like, yes, freaking love it. And first of all, if you do hear doors closing, I'm in this weird like casita thing where there's this one other person on the other side, and if they open their door, it makes my door make a noise. So whatever, we're on location. But I'm going to say I actually almost I did cancel this trip. Okay. Let me take a drink of my latte. Okay. So I did actually cancel this trip. Here's why. And then I rebooked it. So I originally booked this trip for myself probably 2 months ago. Booked the hotel, booked the facial. But then some of you know that me and my husband are building a vacation home in Nebraska. And that is probably a podcast in itself, honestly. But it's like pulling teeth to really like get these barns actually to work with this barn company and get them built. And then all of a sudden they're like, it was like Thursday. They're like, we're coming next Thursday or next Tuesday. We'll be there. And I'm like, oh, okay, let me scramble and get this together, whatever. It worked out. They like put up a barn in one day, which is impressive. But so then this was last week. And then my husband's like, well, I'm going to rent a trailer and like our entire garage is completely full of flooring and patio furniture and this massive glass door and all these random things so we haven't really had a usable garage for months. And he's like, I'm going to take the stuff up there. And then I was like, instantly, I was like, well, this is the weekend that I booked this hotel, my birthday gift, right? And my little one night getaway. And immediately he didn't say anything at all, but like I start feeling like, oh shit, I feel bad. Like he's going to be doing all this work, like unloading all this shit and doing all this stuff without me. Like I just want to be there to help. And I don't want to like put more work on him or like not be there, right? So I didn't even ask him. I just canceled my facial. And then I tried to cancel my hotel room, but apparently you need like a 7-day cancellation, time frame, like 7 days before you get there. So I was like, I just said, well, it's past that time. I'm just going to say, screw it. I'm still going to pay it. And I'm just going to go help him. And that was that. Like I had decided, no big deal. And then I told him and he's like, oh, okay. And then like a day later, he's like, well, I have a friend coming to help me. Like, just go on your thing. Like, you don't need to be there. We're good. We got this. And I was like, really? And he's like, yes, babe, like, go do this, which says a lot about him in general. Like he truly supports me and like knows why I'm doing this. Like I just need some time to rest and recharge. And like, I recharge by having some alone time and just quiet and things like that. So, thank God I have someone who supports me and he wasn't like being a dick about it or making me feel bad or making me feel guilty. He's like, babe, hope you're having so much fun. Love you, we're all good here. So I ended up, then I was like, well, shoot. Okay. So I rebooked my facial and then I came here, but all of that to say, like, I had been like throughout the week with this barn company, I was like stressed out. It's like just a lot of extra stuff to deal with on top of like running a company and being a mom and the end of the school year. Mom's mother of God, like how much shit can they pack in? Or it's just extra like chaos, right? Just to like get to summer. And so I could feel it. I was getting headaches. I could literally feel the stress in my body. And I knew how much I needed this, but then I almost, like I said, canceled it. But I'm so, so grateful that I'm here. Like today I woke up and I slept in this freaking beautifully comfortable king bed, had a great night's sleep, feel relaxed, refreshed, like calm. My soul needed this. And so that's kind of what I wanted to talk about for this podcast today. I'm reading this book by Trent Shelton, Protect Your Peace. If you don't know Trent, give him a follow. He's just really inspiring, and I've now heard him speak at least 3 or 4 times. And he is a former NFL player and then went through just a lot of things in life. And then now he's a very, very highly sought after speaker, author, all the podcaster, all of that stuff. And he's just really inspiring. And so I'm, just started this book. I've had it for a while, but I just started this book on this trip, and it's talking about like protecting your peace, literally. And there's so many, I've talked about this in so many other ways too, but by me taking this trip, it literally is me protecting my peace. I know what I need. I know what I need to feel good. And like, so I am kind of shutting out everything else, right? And focusing on myself because I know that I have to be refreshed and recharged and feel good to show up as this version of myself in the world and like be a better mom and wife for my family, be a better business owner, I'm just literally better overall if I actually take care of myself. And so as I'm sitting here reading this book this weekend, it's a great reminder of this is literally what I'm doing. I'm protecting my peace. I'm protecting my health, my sanity, my calm. And it's just a reminder of like, who do you put yourself around? How are you spending your energy? How are you spending your time? He talks about until when he wakes up, he will not look at a phone or anything for at least an hour. And then the first part of the day till noon, you physically, unless it's a legit emergency, you physically cannot get a hold of him. That is his time for himself, for his family, for nature, to set up the day as he wants. And then after that, in the afternoon, great. But like, he is not available. And he lets people know that, like, you will absolutely cannot get a hold of me until 12 p.m. and then go for it. So I love that. But he's also talking about, the soul, like if we look at ourselves as we're a plant growing in soil, right? If you're whatever kind of plant you are, if you're not in good soil, if you're in like toxic soil, you're just going to die. You can't grow, you can't flourish, you can't bloom, right? So if you're in I don't know if nutritious soil or nutrient rich soil, let's say, and you have all these good ingredients in the soil, you will be growing and blooming and flourishing and thriving, right? It's just a great reminder of, how are we spending our time? What boundaries are we setting with people in our life? Are we saying yes to everything because we quote feel we should? He's saying that's the greatest way to just waste your life away. So how are you setting boundaries to protect your time and energy every day? And, if really thinking about this, we aren't going to live forever. So why do we keep saying, oh, someday I'll do that, or this dream is on my heart, but I'm not ready. And we keep pushing things out. We aren't guaranteed tomorrow, friends. We know this. Like, everyone seriously knows this, but we all let fear or procrastination come in, or judgment or different things, and we let it stop us.
Calling all badass moms and entrepreneurs ready to stop surviving and start thriving. Y'all, I am officially opening spots for one-on-one mentorship. This is designed exclusively for the women who know they're meant for more, but feel stuck in the chaos of balancing business, motherhood, and everything in between. I'm not just another coach. I'm a proven business owner who's built an award-winning company, written a best-selling book, launched a podcast, and built a platform, all while raising a family. If you're ready to get unstuck and take bold action, master time management and boundaries, build an unshakable CEO mindset, and prioritize your energy without guilt, then let's make your next level happen. Faster, smarter, and with zero apologies. This is not for the excuse makers. It's only for women ready to go all in on themselves. Remember, spots are limited, so if you are interested, head on over now to Instagram and send me a DM with the word mentorship. I cannot wait to talk to you, girl.
Why? We aren't guaranteed to wake up tomorrow, so truly, literally, every single day we wake up is a gift. And so why, if you have a dream on your heart, why wouldn't you be chasing this and running with it and knowing you have a purpose on this earth and you have things that people need to hear? You will change someone's life by something you say or do or put out in the world. So why on earth would we just say, oh, someday I'll get to it, or I don't, or make excuses? I don't have time. I don't have the money. I don't have the this, right? Like, I could have easily said, oh, this hotel, or I'm not going to spend money on myself, or, I can't be away for 24 hours. I'm sorry, but ultimately that's bullshit. If you want something bad enough, you're going to find a way to make it happen. Truly. So I know I needed this and I deserve it. Frankly, I'm not being an asshole saying that. Like, I deserve this. And I work really freaking hard and I do a lot of stuff, and this is something my soul needs. So here we go, right? There's probably people out there being like, oh my God, that's so selfish, or I can't believe you're spending money on yourself, or doing this or that, or, taking time away from your family. Well, honestly, guys, those people aren't our people. I don't care about those people's opinions. they're not doing anything worthwhile in life, or they're not inspiring anyone with how they live their life, right? So let people, there's always, like we said, there's always going to be people judging us. Let them judge, and you go live your life and put your dream out there, and go change those people's lives, because they need it. People need you. So stop saying someday. Also, thinking about, kind of morbid, but when we're on our deathbed, if think of yourself talking back to you, yourself, you are looking down on you as you're literally on your deathbed. Would you be proud of what you have done with your life? Or would you say, oh gosh, think of how many hours you wasted scrolling on social media, just mindless shit, comparing yourself to others, wasting time. How many hours did you spend just talking shit about other people and judging their things, but you never actually went and lived your fucking life and like did anything with your life or made an impact on the world? Like, would yourself be proud of what you have done and put out, and like, did you try to make an impact on the world? So something to think about that. So ultimately, it's on us to protect our peace and our calm. And life is crazy, and life is chaotic, and life is fast paced. And if you're a business owner, you're a mom, my God, it's insane the shit that we do in a day. It's absolutely asinine. Sometimes at the end of the day, my brain is just, oh my gosh, I can't even make a sentence because I'm just wiped out of all the things, the ways my brain was pulled, and the things I need to do for other people and this and that in a day. But ultimately, if you're not willing to just succumb to the chaos and succumb to just, jump on this runaway train that is your life, right? Pull the reins back, hit the brake, and say, you know what? Ultimately, I am the creator of my life. So if I'm unhappy, that's on me. Then I have not set enough boundaries to protect my time and peace. Number one. I've talked about this before on other podcasts, but if your schedule is a total freaking psychotic shit show, ultimately, it doesn't have to be that way. You could probably make some changes that might free up time, free up energy, or get some help, or, do some things that will free up your time and energy so you're not drained and miserable all the time. For me, that is not the kind of life I want to live. I have to, in order for me to feel creative and like now that I've kind of tapped into this other aspect of me that I realize that I like lights me up, as a podcaster, a speaker, an author, these kind of things, I feel like is more creative. If I'm not feeling good, if I'm physically or mentally not feeling good, I can't live in that space. I can't create. I literally won't record a podcast if I feel like shit. I can't, be doing any of this stuff unless I'm feeling mentally and physically good. So ultimately, I'm holding myself back if I'm not thriving. And if I do take care of myself and my energy, and I feel peaceful and calm and joyful and just lit up, then the stuff just flows out of me. I literally, when I get in these spaces, and a lot of, I really, when I do these alone hotel rooms or things like I'm doing right now, I really feel creative and tap into that energy and really just run with it. And I use it as a time to do things like this, like record this podcast right now, because I feel good and I feel called to share. And I feel like it's when I feel good and I'm in a good spot, it comes like what I actually want to say and communicate comes off much better than if I'm not feeling well and I'm just trying to force it, right? So ultimately, I want to encourage you to take a really hard look at your life. what are you doing? How are you spending your time? How are you protecting your peace? How are you protecting your energy? What boundaries have you set? And how much are you still letting other people or outside circumstances or things dictate your life, your schedule, how you spend your time, how you spend your days? Ultimately, it's on us. And so if we are not thriving, if we aren't feeling good and, setting those boundaries and structuring our day how we want to do it, it's on us. And only we have the power to change that. So we need to start having some maybe tough conversations, or asking for help, or hiring somebody to clean our house, or hiring someone for this. And I know it's money, but again, how important is it to you? If you really want it, if it will really help free up time or something for you, do it. So I just want to encourage you to take a hard look at how are you feeling? Because if you're like, I'm saying yes to every little thing that comes my way, and it's like a meh, like a mediocre feeling that I get in my soul when I'm asked this, then say no kindly and move on. You don't need to say yes to everything that comes your way. It has to be a hell yes. Your soul has to be like, oh my God, yes, I would love to do whatever that is. Or you need to kindly say no and move on. You don't need to go to every single thing that you're asked. That's such a big thing too. I've been guilty of it over the years, absolutely. And now I hardly go to anything, and my life is so much calmer and more peaceful because I'm not sitting in freaking traffic for 2 hours each way trying to go to something I don't even want to go to. So my challenge to you is, on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you in feeling peaceful and feeling aligned and feeling lit up? And if you're not high on that scale, do some thinking and do some journaling and some reflection of how you can change your life and some small things you can do to protect your peace. So thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you all. If you've enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends. Please consider leaving a 5-star review on Apple. It means so much to me. I appreciate you all. And always remember, no BS, just real vibes. I'll see you next time on Lip Service and Lashes.
If you loved the episode, share it on Instagram and tag me so I can say thank you and meet you. Or share it with a girlfriend who would love this too. Always remember, no BS, just real vibes. See you next time on Lip Service and Lashes.